Well, good morning. We're in Minneapolis, where we left off yesterday. We're en route to Salt Lake City, Utah, for the last of a 14-leg assignment. And flight time to Salt Lake City, 2 hours and 44 minutes. Don't expect to watch the video for 2 hours and 44 minutes. I'll be cutting it off after we reach some altitude, and maybe the skies clear up a little bit. As you can see, it's kind of cloudy in Minneapolis today. They've had some storms recently, and so they're expecting a few more. So see if we can get up and out of here before the storms roll in. We should be on our way momentarily. Shows here that Minneapolis is overcast at 10,000 feet, so we'll probably get some clouds all the way up that high. Once we pass 10,000 feet, we should clear the cloud layer, and then it should be pretty good sailing from there. We'll wait and see, however. But we're pulling up here to the end of runway 30 left, which is the south side of the airport, and we'll be taking off in a heading of 301 degrees, and our initial climb is to our first waypoint. We get to our first waypoint at 10,000 feet, so we'll see how it goes. Will give me just a second to check some instruments here, make sure everything's ready to go, and we'll get this thing rolling. Everything seems to be looking okay. Landing lights are on. Autopilot is on. And we should be about ready to go here. And the engines are starting to spool up. Well, we should be ready to go momentarily. There's no air traffic controller on today, so everything we do is on intercom. And we should roll here momentarily. Forty knots. 60 knots. 80 knots. 100 knots. 120 knots. We should be lifting off shortly. 140 knots. 130 250 knots, and we're on our way up. Landing gears up. And I want to check to make sure our first waypoint has changed. Yes, okay. Well, we should be good to go here. That was a nice smooth takeoff, I guess, wasn't it? And when we get to Salt Lake City, according to the current weather, we'll be landing south on runway 16 left. I'll pull up the weather and then have it ready. Check it periodically so we know how it's going in Salt Lake City. Well, it doesn't look too bad in Salt Lake. A few high clouds, but everything's looking pretty good so far. I'm going to leave the picture colors kind of the way they are. The axle's a little more greener than what you're seeing, but it looks pretty close to what it should be, so we'll leave it alone. Once we reach 10,000 feet, I'll probably turn off the video. And then if I run into any particular weather situations around Salt Lake, I'll turn it back on. Otherwise, I'll hold it until we're making our final approach into Salt Lake City. I think the video is working a little better now that I changed the aspect ratios a little. You can see here our climb rate is a little low. Well, right now it's showing 1,000 feet a minute. And we're passing through 2,700 feet shortly. Our airspeed is currently showing 250 knots. So everything's pretty good. All of our engine controls here are pretty good. Our temperatures are good. Oil pressures are good. The RPMs on the engine is fluctuating a little bit, but everything is within the acceptable ratings. We are getting a little bit of rain. If you'll notice up on the screen, you'll see some slashes against the screen, especially against the clouds. You'll see some up here. Some things, that's rain coming. That's rain. So we're getting into a little bit of rain. The rain's not getting to the ground. That's why it wasn't raining on the ground. It's what they call a virga condition, where the rain exists at altitudes but doesn't get to the ground. We're approaching the bases of some of these clouds at about 3,500 feet. So we'll be getting a whiteout, I'm afraid, here pretty soon. We'll take a look and see. Almost a whiteout condition. You can still see a little bit of ground as we get through some of the lower clouds. We're still experiencing some rain. Nothing heavy, just light rain. It'll get heavier now. You can see some of the streaks in the forefront that indicates it's a, well, now it's quit, so we're above what could be above the rain, entering the clouds, which is not a good thing to look at. Hopefully we'll get through these real quick. A little bit of ground again showing through the light clouds. Passing through 6,000 feet. You can see the cloud kind of breaking a little bit, a little dips in the ground. Looks like we're getting out over the tops of these clouds. We're at about 8,300, and looks like we're getting over the top of them. And it should just stay nice and fluffy now, I hope. Looks like we're reaching 10,000 feet, so turning off the landing lights and increase our airspeed a little bit, 280 knots. Actually, the clouds and the blue sky are kind of pretty this morning. Well, we're going to turn this off now, and we'll talk to you on the arrival into Salt Lake City. So, talk to you later, unless something comes up that would be of interest in the meantime. So, we'll shoot for the arrival to Salt Lake City. Talk to you later. Well, I thought I might throw something in a little different today. This town you see in front of us is our next waypoint. It's Aberdeen, South Dakota, located in the north central part of South Dakota. We're currently at about 15 miles away. At Aberdeen, we turn and head southwest towards Rapid City. As you can see, there's a few clouds over Aberdeen. They were showing, weather radar was showing some clouds with some moisture in it, but it doesn't look too bad. There have been storms in the area for the last couple of days. So you can see the Aberdeen airport there, which is just the southeast corner of the city, of the town. Big farming area. A lot of corn produced here. There's a university here. One of the state universities is located in Aberdeen. And our waypoint actually is a little bit south of Aberdeen, not very far, but we'll be turning here in a few minutes, or in a couple of minutes actually. We're not that far out. So just a little bit of a tourist ride here on this route. As again, we pass over the city of Aberdeen, South Dakota, located in the north central section of South Dakota. And we're starting to turn now, so we're turning now towards Rapid City. And once we get leveled out here, I don't know if you can see the moon passing through there, going from the center to the right screen. A little bit of moon there, still up. And we'll shut this down now until we until we cross Rapid City, and I'll turn it back on as we cross the Rapid City airport, or the Rapid City waypoint.
UPS 931 is going to maintain 8,000. Continue that turn left now, heading 170. And GPS 931 Denver Center, that's your 12 o'clock at 1 o'clock miles per field site.
Currently crossing the Rapid City VOR, Rapid City, South Dakota, right at the eastern edge of the Black Hills, which are showing up here ahead of us. And we're a little bit south of Rapid City, the municipal airport, or Rapid City Regional Airport. It's just about right below us now. Ellsworth Air Force Base is over here, a little bit further to the north. And Rapid City Airport, or Rapid City, South Dakota. And I'm with Denver Center, so I'm checking in with Denver Center here momentarily. Stand by. Denver Center, Delta 829 with you over Rapid City, South Dakota, flight level 280 and route to Salt Lake City. We'll be transferring your airspace.
Delta 829 Denver Center, good morning. Squawk 1473, please.
Squawk 1473, Roger. 829.
You get that here, looks like you had a buffer squawk there. Validate squawk 1401, please, 1401.
1401 for 829.
No, Delta 829 disregard, that's for UPS 931. And UPS 931 radar contact restored. Denver National District 12 o'clock, 1010 miles, Port Field site. UPS 931 cleared visual approach runway 17 right, and then variable up 3, runway 17 right, Ireland.
And Denver Center.
Delta 829, just to clarify, your squawk is 1473, 1473 for Delta 829, please.
Roger, 829 squawking 1473.
In Delta 829, our contact.
And we're crossing over what's called Muddy Mountain, VOR, which is near Douglas, Wyoming. We're crossing the Rocky Mountains. Douglas, this particular waypoint that we're crossing is the first step in our descent procedure of what they call the STAR, the Standard Arrival Procedure, into Salt Lake City. You'll notice over here to the left is Casper, Wyoming, to our northwest. Oh, sorry. I do believe. Yeah, that's actually Douglas, Wyoming there. It just went under the cloud. There's really a lot to see. But we'll be, after this, we'll be turning towards our descent waypoint, en route to Salt Lake City. And so then, once we pass Douglas, I will stop the video. And again, Casper. That's Casper, Wyoming to the south. According to my map, that's Casper, Wyoming, right there in the hole of the cloud. I don't know if I can get to it or not. I'm going to get it right at the outset, right? Down here is Casper, Wyoming, right in the hole of the cloud. It's Casper, Wyoming. And then we will be shortly
Denver Center, Southwest 722.
For our next waypoint.
West IFR to Atlanta.
On to Salt Lake. So we'll stop this now and I'll see.
Southwest 722, Denver Center. Good morning. Prince Road, stand by, everyone.
Salt Lake City. That is Denver Center. There's this voice you're hearing in the background, the Denver Center, which is the area that I'm flying in right now. There happens to be a controller of mine. He's controlling traffic in and out of Denver and this area. I checked in with him when we were over Rapid City.
Southwest 722 are clear to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson International Airport, IP4 RNAV departures and file. Departing frequency 135.6, swap 1474.
So we'll talk to you in a while. Well, welcome back. We're on our way into Salt Lake City. We're about, I'd say, 10 minutes out. We're crossing one of the waypoints that sets us up for the runway. And we'll cross that at 15,000 and then we'll start down from there. It's a straight-in approach to runway 16 center, or 16 left, which we've landed on several times before. This plane doesn't like to land very well, so we'll see how it goes this time. And so, sort of play it by ear, I guess. See how it goes. We're crossing over Provo right now. For what it's worth. That's I-15, I believe, that's down below us there, that's going around the western edge or eastern edge of Salt Lake, or one of the portions of Salt Lake. Provo is over here to the front. The left front is Provo. Or Ogden, I'm sorry. Provo is to the south of Salt Lake City. This is Ogden we're coming up to. The airport lays just across the edge of the Salt Lake there. I turned this on because Salt Lake City is such a beautiful arrival with the mountains that it's nice to see. And if you've ever flown into Salt Lake City for real, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a great place to fly into. Trying to check my flap speeds here. And if all goes well, we should be picking up the localizer pretty soon. I want to make sure I hit my benchmarks as far as our speeds go so that we won't have a problem getting into Salt Lake City. Few clouds, but they're breaking up. The weather in Salt Lake was showing, let's see, they were showing overcast at 600 feet above the ground, 4 miles visibility with rain. So it's not going to be our best situation. Better set the altimeter here. There we go. Now we should be good to go. Don't see any rain yet, but we could have some rain in a bit. This is, as I said earlier, this is Ogden here. The mountains to the east of Ogden. This is Ogden down below us. That happens to be let's see, what? It's an Air Force base, I believe, at Ogden there. Can't remember the name of it. This is the Ogden International and Municipal Airport. This one over here is an Air Force base. Don't recall the name of it. And ahead through the clouds, I don't know if you can see it on the video yet, but Salt Lake City runways are showing up. And we should be picking up the localizer pretty soon. This, I believe, is I-15 right below us that goes north and south, goes through Salt Lake City and on down into Las Vegas and ends up in LA. So I believe that's what is below us as far as highways go. If you're familiar with any highways system at all, I believe that is I-15. Here we are picking up radio beacon now from the ILS. That's a good sign. And I don't know if you can see the video through the video or not, but there, the runways are right in front of us and showing up a little bit. You may not see much until we're just about on the ground. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. A little bit of ground below us. I think you might be able to see some of that lightly. Oh, here comes the rain. I don't know if you can see the rain on the windshield. You should be able to see it now. We should have rain probably all the way to the airport. We may lose the airport just before we land because of low clouds. But we do have rain coming at us right now, so. And that is the airport straight in front of us. Oh, we did lose the runway, didn't we? With clouds. So this could make things real interesting, I would think. Trying to get us to intercept the glide slope here, which it looks like we're going to be doing shortly. And that's the airport in front of us. Reducing our speed to 160 knots. Let's go 155, then I can go full flaps. Putting the gear down.
Landing check. Gear. Throttle check. Throttle check. Flaps. 3 degrees. Spoilers. Auto brakes. Check. Landing check again.
Well, everything should be good. Let's hope we can put this down without bouncing it about 5 or 6 times. Be all right. Seems like we're a little fast, but we are at 150 knots, so it's showing 127 as a minimum landing speed, so it should be pretty good to go here.
500. 400. Approaching minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Well, that wasn't very good, was it? Not a good landing. We have done better for sure. And the wet runway doesn't help any. But I think we're going to get it settled here. Yeah, according to that, that was a hard landing. That was a terrible landing. I don't tell anybody about that though, huh? Oh, I got to contact ground. Hold on here. There is a controller for ground. Salt Lake City ground, Delta 829, just clear of 16 left for parking at Delta 5. Salt Lake City ground, Delta 829, do you copy? Salt Lake City ground, Delta 829, do you copy? I don't know if he hears this or not, but I'm going to go ahead and taxi anyway. Delta ground, Salt Lake City ground, Delta 829. With you, taxi, gate D5, just vacated runway 16 left. I guess he went out to lunch. And since we're taking the parking, I will stop the recording.